from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
An update from the General Assembly and Henrico Police need your help to solve a non-fatal shooting. We'll have details in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. It's brought to you today by Henrico County.
And now for the news.
Henrico Police are investigating a non-fatal shooting that occurred at the Legacy at Mayland apartment complex in the near West End on Valentine's night. The shooting happened at an apartment in the 8600 block of Queensmere Place just before midnight. Officers responding to a call found a male in the hallway suffering from a minor gunshot wound. He identified himself and provided vague information about the incident and the person who shot him, describing his attacker as a male who was wearing a ski mask. He said the man may have fled through the apartments. Officers talked with others in the area who said they had heard a gunshot and heard a vehicle speeding away. The injured man was treated at VCU Medical Center. Police are continuing to investigate. If you have information, call Henrico Police at 501-5000 or Metro Richmond Crime Stoppers at 780-1000. A study by a national bill-paying app says that the average Henrico household spends just more than $1,900 a month on the 10 most common household bills. That ranks Henrico 2,260th nationally out of nearly 4,300 towns and cities and counties. It's about 4.2% lower than the national average of $2,003 per month, according to the study. Mission Viejo, California, ranked first with average monthly bills totaling more than $4,100. Maxton, North Carolina, was last with average monthly bills of just more than $1,000. The study found that the typical Henrico household spends about $1,470 a month on mortgage or $1,173 a month on rent, $317 on auto loans, and $240 on utilities, among other charges. Separately, the study ranked Glen Allen 1,268th nationally with average monthly expenses of nearly $2,300. New legislation in the Virginia House of Delegates is aiming to help people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to continue to virtually access government services. Last year, the General Assembly created a work group that was designed to do that. Many of those services shifted online during the pandemic but are now back in person. The work group was expected to report its findings last fall, but two new bills have extended that deadline to November 1st of this year. One of them unanimously passed the House and was referred to a Senate committee. There, the Senate unanimously passed a companion bill. Now, the Virginia Department of Medical Assistance Services stopped allowing virtual visits last year. The two new bills focus on allowing people with intellectual and developmental disabilities the option to access services virtually. Another bill would combine three waivers for assistive technology, environmental modifications, and electronic home-based services into one, allowing recipients to access $15,000 in funds all at once. The idea would be to allow them to afford services and modifications that they otherwise could not afford. That bill was tabled in the House, but a companion bill did pass the Senate. The Virginia Department of Criminal Justice Services will establish training for law enforcement officers to combat human trafficking as part of a bill that just passed the House of Delegates. House Bill 283 would institute additional DCJS training about human trafficking using current trafficking materials. There would be no anticipated fiscal impact because the DCJS already has all training materials in place. The bill unanimously passed the House earlier this month. It now will advance to the Senate Committee on the Judiciary. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Henrico County, which is celebrating Black History Month all month long. Visit the county's YouTube page at youtube.com/Henrico County Government to watch original documentaries and biographies spotlighting Henrico's black community. That's youtube.com/Henrico County Government.